Okay. Demon just got out of can. I gave my bro an advance. Love is just not in my plans.
Can't keep my dick in my pants.
Anyways, if you guys are interested in getting yourself some free gift cards, well, this month I'm running a $320 PSN, Xbox, or Steam gift card giveaway.
Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing the top 5 best reload animations in Black Ops 3. We're also going to have 5 honorable mentions, because I couldn't decide if I wanted to put these in the top 5 or just put them aside. And yeah, they're just going to be honorable mentions, not in any order, just 5 honorable mentions and 5 of the best reload animations. So if you did enjoy this video, hit that like button and subscribe, because this took ages to get all this footage in slow motion and all that. And yeah, let's get into the video. So starting off with the honorable mentions, we got the BRM, and this one doesn't really look that like cool, but once you get this in slow motion, this thing looks amazing. So nothing really happens at the start, it just pulls out the magazine, but once something happens, you can see this thing spinning and all these screws like unscrew, and then he like chucks the magazine away, and then he brings that magazine back up and clips it on, and then you see this thing tighten and then twist, and the screws go back down into the magazine, and then he just clips on the top bit. This one looks okay, but that's why I didn't make it into the top 10, because you don't really notice this unless it's in slow motion. And let's get on to the other honorable mention. Alright, so the next honorable mention is the SVG. This one isn't really a reload animation, it's just the animation between each shot. So basically it shoots and then the side of the weapon like unfolds and unravels, and then the barrel inside it like flicks back and then goes back up, and then it all flings back down. This one's really cool, it's something really different that we've never seen before, but it's an honorable mention because it's not really a reload animation. The reload animation's pretty basic, it's just like putting a magazine in, but this one is pretty cool. And let's get into the next one. Alright, next honorable mention is the Weevil. This one's pretty different because most weapons you reload from the bottom and take out like a magazine, but this one you take it out from the top and put it in from the top. So this one's kind of like the PDW from Black Ops 2 where you took it out from the side, and in slow motion it's not really that cool or anything, but I like how it's different to every other reload animation in Black Ops 3. So next up is the KN44. This one's pretty cool, as after you shoot the weapon you like push the magazine out with the other magazine, and it looks really cool towards like other basic animations. So as you can see here, he grabs the other mag, pushes the other one out, and then reloads the weapon. So this one's pretty cool, but it didn't make it into the top 5 as it's not really that awesome. And let's get into the last honorable mention. So last is the Rift E9, and if you don't know this one, it's like an energy pistol, and with this one, after you shoot each bullet, there's like a barrel in the middle of it and it actually spins around, which is pretty cool. And with the reload animation, there's like this panel at the back and it flicks up, and then you pull out the magazine, like it's pretty much the whole thing at the back of it, and then you get a new one and then you put it back in, and this thing, it's like a, I don't know, like a control panel, and then you just flick back the lever and then the gun's reloaded. So this is really weird, as it's like a panel, and it's kind of like the Weevil where you take it out from the top instead of having like a magazine at the bottom. And that was it for the honorable mentions. Now we're going to get into the top 5. Alright, so here in number 5 we got the KRM. This one is pretty unique, as the top of like where the reticle is, it like pops up and the sides of the weapon kind of like comes out, and then he individually puts each shot in for the shotgun, like instead of putting a whole magazine in, and then the top panel goes back normal and then you can shoot again. So this one's pretty cool, as it's something different to other shotguns. I think there is a weapon that's like this before, but I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, this one looks really cool when the panel lifts up from the top and like the sides come out. And let's get into the number 4. Alright, here in number 4 we have the disc gun, or people call it the pizza gun, but basically this weapon, it's pretty cool when you reload. You can't really notice the reload in like in normal speed, but once this goes in slow motion it looks amazing. So in slow motion the guy pulls up the weapon and then like the sides like unravel, and then he pulls out like the disc holder, and then he grabs another one which has a disc in it, and then he places that in there, and then he unravels it again and it goes back to normal, and then you see the disc at the front instead of being on the side where he puts it in. And this one's pretty unique because there's no other gun like this with like a disc or shoots a disc, and this is a pretty cool animation for this disc gun. Alright, so in number 3 we got L4 Siege. This is a rocket launcher which fires out rockets obviously, but basically what happens is this guy pulls out like the ammo with a handle on it and he places it in, and then the handle kind of falls off and just falls onto the ground, and then after that he like holds it, and then the two barrels like turn around and then face forward, which they shoot away from. As you can see here, this is pretty cool in slow motion, like how it like twists around and all that, and yeah, that's why it deserves the spot in number 3. Alright, so number 2 we got the Banshee, and this is another energy kind of weapon. So it shoots out like energy bullets and it's a shotgun. So this thing has like a barrel at the back of the weapon. So what happens is the barrel at the back kind of turns in the center right there, and then the guy, it pulls off to the side, and then the guy takes it out of the capsule, and then he gets like another one of those capsule things, places it back on, twists it and pushes it back in, and then also it twists there. This is a pretty cool animation as it's unlike any other animations like most of these ones here, and yeah, that's why it deserves a spot in number 2. Alright, and finally in number 1 it is the Argus. The Argus is really weird how it reloads. As you can see here, basically it flings out the shot and then it has like a little circle capsule thing that holds all the bullets or whatever it holds. So in slow motion on the left the barrels kind of like pop out, and then the side pops out there, and then it flings out the ammo, and then after that the center kind of twirls a bit as you can see, and then the guy grabs another piece of the ammo. It's really weird ammo, it's like a tuna can or something like that. He puts it in and then he closes that like little side thing, and then the gun's reloaded, and this is why it deserves the number 1 spot, as it's really weird. The animation of reloading is really weird, but also the thing that the ammo type he puts into the weapon is also really weird. Like it's like tuna can, that's what people call it, because it's really like unlike anything else. So I hope you guys enjoyed these top 5 best reload animations in Black Ops 3, and also the slow motion reload as well, because sometimes you can't really see what it looks like in normal speed. So if you did, hit that like button, subscribe, don't forget to turn on post notifications if you do, and yeah, peace out.